I really don't know what I am. Getting over. If you believe it, if that's in your heart.
That piece of paper in front of me and said, sign this. So I said, well, what is this? He said, oh, just the standard writer's contract. So I signed it, and it was gone.
I fucked up today. Slept way past too late. Oh, I know it's true that I'm stuck on you. Can't seem to think straight. Just drinking with tears in my eyes. Oh, the coffee is cold and I got nowhere to hide. Oh, I know it's true. My name is Valerie J Bentson. I am from Los Angeles, California, teaching English, playing music, and acting here and there.
Let me tell you something, as one whore to another. What you do with your ass is your business.
You're the most selfish.
You can drag it through every gutter from here to Morocco.
Because I was thinking a lot about that, you know, when I was living in LA, you know, central LA for 4 years. And I was pursuing acting, and I'm very grateful for the experience. It was challenging, you know, there's a lot of people wanting to do what you want to do. And a lot of people who look like you, and, you know, are a lot of talented people. So it's challenging. And I'm grateful for it, but, what was I saying? I don't remember. So I was born in Glendale, 1987, and I'm one of 4 siblings. So I have a brother, he's the oldest, sister, me, sister. And my 2 older siblings were born in Argentina, in Buenos Aires. My parents were children of Christian missionaries, American, who, you know, migrated to Argentina to do their work there. So my parents grew up in that culture as an American family, but grew up, you know, Argentinian. I had a good childhood. Yeah, I was very shy for many years. Yeah, like my elementary school years were difficult. Like in the beginning, I was always very shy. And I also grew up with this idea that I was stupid. So school was like a weird place for me because I would make assumptions about myself and then I wouldn't try just so that I couldn't fail. Like, oh, I didn't try, so it doesn't matter. So, like, middle school was a period where I just kind of shut off to education. And when I was a kid, I felt like embarrassed, or like there was a sense of shame for the talents that I had. Like, I was good. I was like, you know, I was good at singing, or like I was like, when I started learning guitar, I was good at guitar. Like, you know, not good. I was just, it kind of came naturally or whatever, and like acting and stuff. But when I was a kid, I felt like I should suppress those things because people wouldn't like me. Because I don't know, it's just those things that those ideas you get as a kid, maybe from my siblings making fun of me, or I don't know.
There's the American putting his dick out on the truck. You live here?
I do.
Alright, everybody, we got Tim on fiddle. We got James on bass. John on drums. And Valerie on singing.
I'll rest in peace when I die. I'll rest in peace when I die. But right here, right now, I need a shoulder to cry. I'll rest in peace when I die. I don't have to take it no more. I don't want to sail back to shore. I'll be forever lost in the belly of a whale. I don't want to sail back to shore.
My dad was like an assistant pastor, or I don't know, he was like kind of, you know, I don't really, he wasn't a pastor, but he was doing something. I don't know. Yeah, so they were both religious, you know, throughout my childhood and stuff. We would pray, you know, before we ate. I grew up going to church every Sunday. We would travel to this Spanish service in Orange County, and I just have memories of, you know, driving there. It took like 45 minutes to get there, and sitting in the service and just being really bored and playing tic-tac-toe with my sister, you know. I think I'm getting emotional because I've never, this is like a new experience, being interviewed, and like to have someone so interested, it's like, whoa. Okay. Yeah, and it's like hard talking about my life. I feel like I'm usually asking the questions.
I got you all alone in a hotel room. I got you all alone in a hotel room. I got you all alone. how it's been. Well, I know that you're a soldier, and I know that you're a clown. I know that you're a father, yes, I know that we may drown.
What kind of men do I like? I don't know. I like men who are authentic. I like people who are authentic and passionate. I like people who are like me. Yes, there were a lot of things about us that was very similar, which made it wonderful. I mean, we're both actors, both very, we both expressed joy in similar ways, you know, when I'm feeling very happy about something, I get very excited and very expressive and kind of, I don't know, I can be quite intense with my joy as well as my anger. And he's in a similar way, and he really saw that part of me, that layer of me, and really loved that about me. And so because we had that connection, it was like, wow, I think I'm supposed to marry this person. And I was thinking that on my own, like we never really shared that information. Like I didn't share that information. And then, what do you know? He proposed to me. But he proposed to me without us having ever talked about it. So it was kind of like a wake up period. And then I was really sort of faced with the thoughts that I was already thinking, like, oh, I think I'm going to marry this person. I was really forced to face it and go, okay, am I going to marry this person or not? And I chose yes, that I would. Once it was a reality, the possibility, it became very jarring and scary, really scary. And I just went into this space, like mentally and emotionally, and I don't know, I like lost my center, or I felt very confused and conflicted. So anyway, he asked me to marry him, and I thought about it for just about a day, and then I decided yes. And we were engaged for a year, and then we got married. And yeah, this other transition, this other chapter, it's like everything kind of got misplaced, and I was trying to find my ground throughout the engagement and during the marriage, which was 2 years of marriage. And so I don't know, I can't really say in a sentence like what happened, like how it derailed and all that. Like my independence, and I identify with it. And I've noticed, you know, once I was married, you know, and we got married and then we lived together. And that was a big transition too, because I was sharing everything And yeah, I had to shift my, it's like I was still an individual, but I mean, it could be an affect of my parents having gotten divorced, and just witnessing their relationship growing up, and then it resulting after a long period in a divorce. But I think it's a lot more than that. And I think it's from me observing well, okay, now I'm talking about marriage specifically. Not necessarily commitment generally, but marriage. Like, I see marriage in the world, and I don't think it's attractive. Me stepping outside of being in a relationship is me attempting to not fall into my pattern, which is to get into a relationship and it'd be really nice, but then over a bit of time, I just start to, cycle back into me feeling, now I want to run off over here and do this thing. I'm quite changeable. I don't know. Perhaps. I think relationships make us face ourselves. I mean, it's like, when we're in a relationship or when we fall in love, with love comes pain. Yeah. Because my feelings, my emotions are out. And I'm invested. So there is potential for pain. Because if something shakes, then I feel pain. This is how I am right now, or how I've been for a decade. But I used to judge that about myself, and I don't want to do that. I just want to be authentic. And if that means that I'm not in a relationship, then that's great. I don't want to be in a relationship and feel like I'm being weighed down by something and just staying with someone because I feel bad. Am I lost? Yeah, a little bit sometimes. I don't know. But again, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. So in the end, I was just fighting myself, trying to fit. It doesn't really mean anything into because things change. This life. And it was like, okay, yes or no. We don't know who you are. We don't care about you. You're nobody. Oh yeah, I went to the rat temple. It was interesting. Just surrounded by rats. Just watch, I'm going to make Bill my wife. I want adventure in a great life somewhere. Who wants that? Not me. No, sir. Nurse, no, sirree. But I know that when I was in LA, and I had a hard time because I didn't feel like I was producing my own work. Like I didn't have that inspiration or that drive to make my own art, or, you know, that creative drive to just produce whatever it is. But I want to fit in my art. I want to find my art. I think every artist can relate to that. I want to find how to express myself in a way that is beautiful, that I can share with the world. I brought myself down a lot because I saw people doing all sorts of things. You know, LA, yeah, people are doing all sorts of things there. And there's just so many people who are in the industry of acting and movies and everything. I'll audition because I'm auditioning. I'm doing the thing. And I just completely lost passion and acting and everything, and just was kind of going through the motions. You know, working in a restaurant, serving. Oh, okay, now I'm a bartender. Oh, cool. Now I'm a bartender. Okay, audition, bartend, get drunk. Yeah, I lost a lot of confidence in that period of my life. And I used my relationship, I think, as a safety. I used my relationship to come back to and sort of fall into and lean on. I used it as a cushion. Yeah, that's my relationship. I realized looking at it, that's what it was. And after a while, that doesn't work. You know, after a while, a relationship can't stand on that foundation. So then I ended up feeling, you know, bored, or just wanting to keep searching for more exciting things. But I mean, yeah, I wasn't fulfilling my heart or myself, like, you know, creatively. I don't know, just image, LA, oh boy. So dull.
I long to revert to a time, a place where the wind was mine.
Well, I know this about myself, that, like, I have a lot of rage inside of me. And I thought, okay, yeah, that's makes sense. I think a lot of women have rage.
lot of, yeah, I think that makes perfect sense. That makes sense. Yeah, so I am very good at adapting and I'm like a chameleon, and I know how to do it, and I'm good at it. I know how to charm my way in situations and how to just kind of get people to, warm to me. I know how to do that. But there's also this other side of me where, I don't know, I have a lot of rage. Yeah, there's like such intensity inside of me that like, it's like, whoa. What is that, I don't. Yeah, it's just interesting because, yeah, I wouldn't say that I'm intentionally suppressing myself, but I think that's a relatable thing. It's like, it's just, my persona is this way, and there's a piece of me that society doesn't know what to do with, or I don't know what to do with. And I think probably as a woman, I don't know what to do with, or we don't know what to do with. I have this rage, and I'm a woman, and yeah.
Walking in the rain, the city glimmers strange. The flooded streets are filled with cars. I've been this place before, these strangers keeping score, but they don't know where you're from. Could have sworn that I heard serenity of a word that makes me feel like I belong. But I don't want to belong.
The men in my life, too many men to count on one hand. Well, I think it's in part with the generational thing. Because my mom has never been, she started a family when she was 20. And she grew up in a Christian household in Latin America in the 1960s. So I think she's always been this way, kind of very giving and maternal and sweet, and never really showing face, hardly showing her pain or fight. according to me, I see that women in the East aren't so bent on image, on appearance, you know, on looking as being received in a certain way. Like, all the time, I see, you know, in Bangkok, I see Thai women walking on the street and wearing, like, whatever, flip-flop sandals, like, sweat, you know, t-shirt. And that's just so different. Just that in itself is so different. Because if, you know, in the US, or I think just in Western countries in general, women are, it's just so much more embedded in our minds and our culture, like, that women have to be so put together. Makeup and heels and da 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 da. And here women are like, it's not such a pressure. Women seem tough. Like, there's just this toughness about them that it's not like they're trying to prove that they're tough. They're just tough. There's no needing to prove it or show it. Like, again, going back to image, it's not needing to show that you're tough. It's like, I just, you know, America, it's like we're so image conscious, and so stereotypical. We love to categorize everything. Oh, if a woman is tough, she needs to look like this. It's just so much about appearance. It's crazy. And it's nice to be here and just to notice a woman and go, oh, she's tough, but it's not anything about that. It's just, I don't know. It's just there. Yeah. I think that's sort of the inner struggle that women have. Especially now, you know. Feeling compelled or just feeling this sort of pressure to please the world, society, men, you know. Yeah, and women are very simplified. You know, if a woman is harsh, she's a bitch. You know what they say about that. Like, whatever. If a man is harsh, he's badass or something, or he's diligent. You know, it's a positive thing or something. I know how to get men to like me. I know how to intrigue men. Yep.
All that really mattered then was that I was a man.
Man.
Yes, that our being together was never meant to be. I love you, can't you see?
I don't know, because the world doesn't really value arts. We do it because we love it. I do it because I love it. Not because I'm looking to make all this money. I mean, that's the ideal. But I don't do it because of money. I do it because I have to. Like, I do it because I love to express myself.
Take your delicate sensibilities and your fears and your disgust, if that's all you feel, and you pack it up and you get out. That's simple.
And dash the brains out! Had I so sworn as you have.
So I think I'm humble but humbleness is flawed because, yeah, then I'm just that poor artist. I just, you know, living that complex of the starving artist, too humble to demand her worth, which is also fucked and weird and confusing. It's like I have to put a number on what my worth, what I think I'm worth. It's like, I just don't, I don't like to think about that. It's weird and it's scary and it's, I don't know. It puts me in a box. It makes me feel like I have to perform and be something I maybe not feel like being.
Being in this area reminds me of when I first got here and I was staying at this guest house in this area. You can get the goat cheese salad and french fries.
What will be, what will be.
I'm writing songs and performing them with the band, and that's my gig for now, you know? And I'm not like writing about like important social issues, you know? I'm just writing songs about love.